Hi, everybody. I have the pleasure today of introducing you to Melissa May.
A major crises in my life.
How old were you?
I was 16,
Oh,
a very
wow.
naive 16-year-old
Yeah.
girl. Had my first boyfriend who I had felt like tricked me. He had said the condom was safe and it broke, and I was just so upset. I asked him to take me right home. And I had from there just went on with my life. I was in high school. I was very busy. Our home was like a train station and very busy, and no time to think that I could actually really be pregnant. So, as I went on in life, my mother is the one who let me know I was pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
how did Mama know?
Yeah, I don't know, but I was in the bathroom one day and she had said, "When was your last period?" And we hadn't talked about this before.
Yeah.
Never. And I said, I don't know. And so my wheels were starting to turn like, oh my goodness, it's possible.
Yeah.
And so the adults wanted to hide this pregnancy. His dad was a fire chief in a small town, and they decided abortion would be best.
Did they ask you?
No. The only thing I really had as an AV student was, do you want me to help you raise the kid or what? And those words with my mother where trust was just broken, I knew I did not want her help. I knew that. And before I could really process what I wanted to do, things were set up with the doctor to have an abortion, which I didn't really understand completely what abortion was, but I knew I was in big trouble and I knew I had to get out of it. And that's kind of how it was presented, is we have a problem, you're in trouble, and we better figure this out. So I think that's common for a lot of girls who back in my day were pregnant out of wedlock.
Right.
So I was taken out of school and I was brought to the doctors and I was told, just sign it, don't read it. So I trusted my mother.
Ooh.
And then the doctors took me right in just after signing it and put something in me. And I didn't know what it was because they didn't really communicate back then.
Right.
And so little did I know, I didn't know how far along I was, whether it was a boy or girl. And I was told we could leave and I was taken to a restaurant. So as I was sitting there, as the lunch was ordered, the pain started hitting me and I couldn't sit up. And my mother was like, sit up, people are looking, sit up. And as I tried to sit up, I could not. And that's how bad the pain was getting. So the waitress had said, is she okay? And my mom said, she's fine. And she goes, let's get out of here. So, so from there we were sitting in the car until it was time to go back. And at that point, I couldn't even hear what my mother was saying because the pain was so bad.
Wow. So they were aborting
the
baby from whatever they inserted inside of you?
Yeah, I didn't know until years later that it was Laminex, which is like seaweed that opens up the cervix. There, I was brought back to the doctors, and I still have a few blocks, but I was brought upstairs, and I was told just to hold on, we'll get through this. There was no medication, and when I looked to my left, I saw the canister of blood. So I had frozen up more, and the nurse had moved, so I wasn't supposed to see that. And then she jumped back in front of it, held my hand and said, it's gonna be okay. I said all, I had my clothes thrown at me after and told to get dressed. So I felt a lot of shame there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, from somebody in authority.
Right, with a title.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And then Mom took you home and...
No, Mom left me there. And so it was my boyfriend's mother that I was surprised to see at the bottom of the stairs pick me up. And she had dropped me off partway home because I had to walk home so my brother would not know. The next day I went to gym class like nothing happened. So, but I do remember getting out of that car after she silenced me, being like, never again will I trust anybody, never again, and just kind of not slamming the door real hard, but slamming it and being like, I'm done.
Internally, just
Yeah, I'm done.
yeah.
Yeah. And then a sense of relief, feeling like, okay, I am not in trouble anymore.
Right.
And that is common for women who have had abortions.
Yes.
It's phew, it's over. But then to go home and get another betrayal was just like
Too much.
too much.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
I think if I look back to my younger self, I
Mhm.
would definitely be able to look back and say I could have done it if I had the support. Definitely. I think you need to believe in yourself and believe with the right people around you, you can get through this. And obviously there's so much help right now. I volunteer for Save the Storks, and we help moms find all the resources so that they can have their babies.
Oh.
I wrestled with God because I could not forgive myself. And I actually wanted to kill myself when the truth came out, because I was now pregnant and felt my son kick, and I only gained 22 pounds. So I'm like, how could he be kicking now? And I'm like, oh my goodness, that was actually a baby, as I got child development under my belt.
Oh.
And so I was convicted, and here I am, a good person.
Yes.
You know, cheerleader, basketball, graduated early from school.
Yeah, very smart.
But now I'm like, wait a minute, I can't sweep that under the rug. That needs forgiveness. So, was on cloud 9, accepted it, my eyes were open. And then from there, I had done a lot with parenting classes, and I was on the sidewalks to help other girls to know what an abortion is.
Yes.
I always felt like if I had one person to help me,
Yeah.
that would not have happened.
That's right.
So,
Just the education alone.
yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What a great
Yeah.
give back.
Yeah, so.
Oh my goodness. So what is your mission now as
Okay.
an adult? What are you doing now here in Colorado Springs?
Okay, so after being on the sidewalks in New Hampshire, and seeing a lot more of the truth of what abortion really is, I volunteer for Save the Storks, and I had taken a post-abortive class in New Hampshire to help me after my last son was born, years after he was born. And then I took a second post-abortive class here, and it was really the other woman mothering me through that to say, you can now grieve your child, that you did not have permission to grieve,
Yeah.
because society doesn't talk about this. And later I had to put that responsibility on my parents, that I was still a child, I was still a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, but there still is forgiveness, and so I volunteer for Save the Storks, and I help moms, and I also am writing a book about the abortion.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And my next step is after that is to have an app, so that when women are in their very moment of crises,
Yeah.
they have the support in the moment of decision,
Oh.
because that's what we need. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So share a little bit how people can reach you and
Okay.
what your ask is of the community here in Colorado Springs
Okay.
or in the world.
Okay.
This is worldwide, so.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a cleaning business right now called Stellar Shine that I'm rebranding. And my minimum viable product is just the cleaning, but it will go into consulting, and then it will be hiring single moms so that they can make a living, and then it will be continuing to work in the pro-life movement and with pregnancy centers, and eventually a movie to show the truth about how girls do get into the lies of abortion.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
you're going to give a certain amount of your proceeds?
Percentage, yes.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
incredible. What a
Yeah.
great gift back.